This is where I press a button to play music, but Pierre forgot to put the music back on the thing again.
Jerry. Come on.
You got to be on camera to do it.
Is dead.
Oh.
I saw that text and I go, oh, it was a Jerry Seinfeld sad face.
Jerry.
Former politician.
Yep.
And TV talk show host.
His first, his first show was originally supposed to be a political talk show,
Yeah.
and then it quickly devolved into
So
what it
he-
currently was.
So he actually started. He was born in like the 1940s, by the way, in a London subway during the war.
Really?
Yeah,
I
is that
did
crazy?
not know that.
I didn't know how old he was either, and he also died of cancer, and
I
he told
knew-
no one.
Oh, I knew he
All
was
I know
old.
is that he's the only person that I've ever heard of trying to pay for a sex act with a check. And said check bouncing.
Was that what ended his political career? Or was
Pretty
that
much,
while
yeah.
he was doing
yeah,
okay.
that's what he was saying.
Do tell more, Chris. Please enlighten me. I'm not familiar with the story.
What are we doing over here?
Nice and
We're all over the place
Okay.
here.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us here on a beautiful Saturday night. It's been a beautifully wonderful Saturday in
has.
Chicago. Just so sweet, so nice not to have any cares in the
Gorgeous.
world. Just beautiful. But back to Jerry. So Jerry, out of college, was a political analyst, was a lawyer, worked with a couple of law firms. He ran for city council, won.
City council.
Cincinnati,
Or no,
right?
no, yes, yeah. He or state council or some kind of council won. He was paying for a woman of the night with checks. Got found out.
Yeah.
Resigned before they kicked him out.
Cash only, baby. Cash only.
And
Venmo wasn't around back then.
and then like 2 years later, got elected again. Did that for a while. I think he did
He
the
was mayor of Cincinnati
Yes.
for one term.
got.
I do
Wasn't he
remember
governor too, or no? Is that
I don't
wrong?
know.
No,
That's
he
correct.
was never governor.
Did he ever serve at the state level?
I don't believe so.
No.
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, I thought maybe he had, but I guess mayor is as high as he went. Okay.
So and he did that, and then he started to do a political talk show with he was like a analyst, like how on Fox, like you
Yeah.
go from politics to like
A political
yes.
pundit, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
On Meet the Press this week, we got Jerry Springer.
Yes, and then so that turned into him having his own talk show, and his talk show did not do anything well, didn't do well, and then he started bringing out, and he was more into the controversial kind of things, and that's how that all evolved into the Jerry Springer Show. And I figured
the
yeah.
man should probably be
Should be hailed.
elected or at least thrown up there for an option to be for sainthood. I mean that man revealed more fathers and not the fathers than I think anybody else in the history.
Minus Maury Povich.
Maury Povich.
You think
is
Maury
on
Povich did it more?
Oh,
He's still
absolutely.
doing it. Isn't Maury still
yeah.
around?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's true.
there.
Yeah.
No, I think Jerry has probably taught more people about the different sexualities in the world than anybody in the world.
Jerry's taught more about, your dad doing your girlfriend in the backwoods of Kentucky than anybody else.
Jerry had trans people on before it was cool.
Yeah, but they said that it was like transphobic. No, this was the issue.
Well, he banned. So here, I've got 12 12 fun facts you didn't know about the Jerry.
Fun facts.
That's why I figured we start this beautiful. Because for all of us,
Number
Jerry
one.
Springer was or at least for me, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say for everybody, but for me, Jerry Springer was like, that was like that kind of hidden show that you watched when you were sick at home from school or
Yeah,
during
it was
the summer.
it was part of daytime TV that
Your parents
yeah,
hated
all
it,
day
didn't want
sick.
you watching it, but it was like,
You got to go to work, Dad. So
there's always like a potential for a nip slip, and it never
it's
happens.
too
But you
bad the
always
skin-
had to watch.
Oh, and then if it
Skinemax
did,
shows up on the
there
bill.
was definitely blurring.
Yes,
And you're like,
yeah.
oh man.
Yeah, you always thought it could
I
be
wish
potential.
I wish they'd forget one.
Why are they so good at this blurring, man?
Boobies.
All right, so the first season of Jerry Springer Show taped in Cincinnati. I, for some dumb reason, always thought it taped in Chicago at some point.
it did, yeah.
It was in Chicago for a while, and then he moved out to like Connecticut or
Yeah,
somewhere.
He died in Chicago. He was,
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
yeah, but the
yeah,
show
yeah.
moved out
Suburbs,
there.
yeah. 2 anchors quit because Jerry Springer appeared on their news show.
Nice.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Jerry Springer Show's security director, Steve Wilkos, who was a Chicago police officer,
Yup.
thought his job was a one-time gig. Government officials spoke out against. I think everybody knew that with Jerry Springer Show. Like people legitimately wanted him off the air.
People wanted to cancel
Yeah.
him way back in the day.
Jerry Springer starred in his own movie.
Oh,
Ringmaster,
I do remember
right?
that.
What's up?
Ringmaster, right?
Yes. Yep. There's that. Yeah, you're right. Actually, critically bombed ringmaster.
What a bummer.
Religious leader called on Jared's show to tone down the violence. It was pretty violent at times, but it was all
people
for
would
show.
get fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why that was why Wilco was needed.
Yes.
The man,
Austin-
the myth, the legend needed to come in and pull people off each other.
Yeah, and then he got his own show.
Yeah.
So-
His show's still on the air.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
I believe so.
Austin
That guy.
Austin Powers parried Jerry Springer.
Yeah, he had Jerry Springer on there.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah,
it was good.
where Scott came out. Yeah.
and-
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My dad is
This-
evil and wants to take over the world.
Yeah. This is one of the absolute craziest facts of the Jerry Springer Show. One love triangle featured on the Jerry Springer Show ended in murder.
Whoa.
In 2000, during an episode called Secret Interest Confronted, a husband and his new wife and his ex-wife appeared on the show and got into a tiff. The newlyweds accused the ex, Nancy Campbell, of stalking them. Hours after the episode aired, a friend of Campbell discovered her beaten body inside her home. Eventually, Campbell's ex-husband and her new wife turned themselves in. In 2002, the case went to trial, and the court found the ex-husband, Ralph, guilty of second-degree murder. He's currently life in prison.
Wow.
That's insane. I thought that was the most insane one. And I'll just run through this really quick. Jerry Springer Show banned a slur referring to transgender people.
What a hero.
The show produced a controversial episode on bestiality. I think I remember seeing that one. That
Oh.
was weird. The Jerry Springer turned into a opera, which is weird.
Okay.
Nice.
Jerry Springer moved the show studio to Stamford, Connecticut, and residents were happy. Yeah,
There
it
you
was
go.
17 years in Chicago.
Yeah.
And they were that's silly. But yeah, those are all the kind of fun facts. So I thought that was a great way to start the podcast. The man, Jerry Springer,
the
unfortunately
man, the
passed
myth,
away.
the legend.
He was, and unfortunately he had cancer and he didn't tell anybody.
He told his family he didn't tell anyone.
Yes, he didn't want to. Like Steve Wilkos had no idea.
You have to think at one point that guy was probably one of the most famous people, at least in the United States. I don't know about world, but like he was.
They love watching. People in the rest of the world love watching American trash TV.
daytime TV. He was prolific. I mean,
Yes,
had
he was.
so many cameos in so many movies and TV shows. He was a personality that everybody knew.
They talked about his fortune. That man never spent a dollar, so he had amassed a huge fortune.
Yeah, because he was too busy writing bounce checks.
So his kids are like, ooh, baby.
They talked about his huge fortune that he had when he passed away.
Is that all going to his family then?
I don't think they really
Oh.
kind of give out the estate plans.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
that's out there yet, but
DLM Cox Accounting is available, people.
No.
oh yeah, estates are terrible.
I know, yeah. We all
All
know.
right.
Yeah, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got another blast from the past. Lipton iced
Oh,
tea.
blast from the past.
Who didn't love a good brisk? It was brisk Lipton iced tea, right?
It's a
Yep.
can one, yeah. They
Yeah.
also had the
bottles.
the powdered ones as well. You could
Oh,
put
yeah.
That was a great question on Are You Garbage? Did you have bottles of iced tea or did you have the scoop and?
Oh, it's a scoop for sure. Garbage.
I don't like iced tea.
Okay.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna have these and drink them because
You know, Joe, when I hear
Mama
more about
didn't
the things you
raise no
dislike,
bitch.
it makes me dislike you more.
Pat, you're one of the most disliked people here. I mean,
I
you're
saw that
Wait,
coming.
wait, wait.
I
Pat,
saw it
did
coming.
Did Pat say he doesn't like something? Drink.
Yep, drink. Yeah.
I didn't say I dislike it. Joe said it.
You said him not disliking iced tea was you
You're
disliking him more.
Okay.
So drink. Drink again.
yeah.
And that's a 2-minute penalty for
Yeah, they
disagreeing with
They
everybody.
used to have those.
What is the penalty because of stuff?
We'll figure that out at a later date.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna.
They used to have those old back in the day. Those claymation ones of all the celebrities going. That's brisk, baby.
Yes, the celebrity death matches.
Yeah, exactly, just like that. Yep.
Dude, I used to love that show.
I remember renting those collections from Blockbusters.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Blockbuster.
Hey, Chris, what you got over there, buddy?
I got a peach Twizzler.
Are we just pouring this whole thing in, or are we doing half so that we can split?
Yeah,
or
You can do whatever makes your heart desire. Joe.
Pat and Chris are not going to split because Pat doesn't like peach.
I didn't say that though.
Drink.
True.
Drink.
Pat, do you want a peach Twizzler?
No, thank you, sir.
Why not?
That's
You know,
not bad.
I had a lot of sugar today, Chris, and I'm not really feeling any more sugar.
That's fair. Why'd you have a lot of sugar today?
I went to a tasting for
Oh,
the,
that's
for
really
the
nice.
cake today.
All right, let's stop for a second. What do we? What, do you guys have your sips yet?
Yep.
Pat's
No,
an
I'm
iced tea.
still eating this thing, and it's not good.
Pat's an iced tea guy. Yeah, pass those over here, Joe. What are we doing?
I don't taste any alcohol in this thing.
I don't either.
That's not
God.
good. That's not good.
It's 5% alcohol, so your
So
normal
it's
beer.
like a beer, yeah, like a light beer.
But
mean,
These
it doesn't taste bad.
These Twizzlers, they're peach flavored.
They're harder than rocks, by the way.
You know what though? These are
They're not
This
as
is-
hard as you think they are.
This is why I like pull and peel more.
Yeah, these are terrible.
Pull and peel. One, it's cherry flavored, the best Twizzler flavor. I don't like strawberry as much as I do cherry. And two, they're they're a little bit harder. These have like a tack to them where you can kind of like.
It's like you're eating like wax. I've just
Yeah.
never been a true Twizzler fan.
It's a
I don't
chewy-
mind the regular like cherry ones of those, but these are just not good at all. They don't taste like peach.
No, thank you.
This taste. I'll be 100% honest. To me right now, this peach Lipton iced tea, hard iced tea, and this peach flavored Twizzler taste exactly the same
Okay, so
in terms of peach flavoring.
oh yeah,
To me,
there's a back end to this that's a lot of peach. I feel like.
yes.
No, it's not on the in. It's on the out. On the novelty,
It almost has no taste when you first have it.
Yeah, when you're
I
honest.
didn't get any peach out of my
I feel
Twizzler.
like they're just bottling the regular iced tea in this, and then just charging you $18 for a 12-pack.
No, I feel like it's at least hitting me in the chest.
Any idea what
First one was
a malt beverage?
Oh, yeah.
Most
All
mixed
these, yep.
drinks like of these the Mountain Dew.
This has to have a shit ton of
A
sugar
lot of those are malt beverage type drinks.
Well, they don't have to put the calorie content stuff on here, huh?
no, it's normally on the box or something.
Oh
which
yeah,
we
that
didn't
makes
get.
sense. Interesting.
So out of the novelty drinks that we have tried over the last year, Mountain Dew, Monster, Lipton. What are we liking the most so far?
in it. For me, it's the Lipton.
Monster.
It went in that order: Mountain Dew, Monster, Lipton.
Oh,
Mountain-
you like the Mountain Dew?
I think the Mountain Dew was the closest to, if you like Mountain Dew. Now I never really liked Lipton iced tea, and I've never been a Monster guy, but I have had Mountain Dew, and it's just a sharper.
I get it. Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah. If you're not an iced tea guy, you're right. That does make more sense.
Yeah.
I guess. I think I'd have to go Monsters, Lipton, but I do really like this Lipton.
It's not bad.
no.
I mean, if I got these a couple times tonight, like if we were out, I'd drink them.
Yeah, you would get hammered because because we used to. I remember getting the little can, like the little Lipton hard cans, like that. I would just can it. It didn't care if it was ice cold, medium, hot. It was the easiest like sports drink or easiest like pop kind of thing. Soda you could drink.
Yeah.
What do you think, Pat? You're a little quiet over there.
He's refilled it a couple times.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, so we should have spent the $3 more for the.
Here, do you want to try the? What do you?
Yeah,
have?
well, we'll split. You can have this one. The rest
Oh,
of this
okay.
one.
I'm not a big raspberry iced tea person, so I'm not sure I would have liked that one. Or
Did you say you do not like raspberry iced tea?
I'm not a big fan of them.
It sounds like you don't like.
Drink.
I don't like this game about either. Drink.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Is it just out of curiosity?
I'm listening.
Um,
You have my curiosity.
I feel like most
I'm tasting
drinking
the liquor
games.
more now a little bit. Yeah.
oh yeah.
I feel like most drinking games, when you drink, it's usually the audience that has to do the drinking,
Oh,
not
yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah,
the
no. Beer,
host.
beer, beer wants people to follow around.
We like to leave be with right there with our audience.
There you
Right.
go.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what
Exactly.
absolutely. We're trying to
That's a good
teach
way.
you the new game. There is a clip out there, ladies and gentlemen. If you go check out
There is.
on YouTube, where you're probably watching this, you just click that little button next to subscribe. After you hit subscribe, click the little button. You could see the clip of Pat Lynch, the game being created in last week's episode,
Created.
which will be up here. Well, let me think about this. Yeah, it'll be up here.
Yeah, top
a little
left corner.
little message thing will come out.
They'll be right
here.
over Pat Lynch's face for you to click on.
I wish I could do that.
You guys should click my face and it'll happen.
Randy Santel, or you go all the way to the end of this video, and then the next video will be
think
episode 133.
I think it's gonna be over Chris's head, just
Yes.
with the way this image goes.
Nice. I like it.
That's we'll see. I am kind of feeling like it. No, you might no.
I'm trying to
I
see
want people to interact with my
No,
face
that's how
more
it's
than
gonna look.
yours.
If you're
This
looking at
doesn't flip. It's gonna be over Chris's head. Yeah. Top
Nice.
left.
Nice. I like it.
Okay.
Oh no, top right. It
Yeah.
would be over your head. My bad.
Yeah.
Damn it, Joe. You got
don't
my
know.
hopes. You got my hopes up.
You know
I
what's
don't
crazy?
know.
As
Pat
a-
hates stuff. Drink.
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 I didn't say anything that I hated that
Drink.
time.
I brought my glasses.
Oh no.
I don't like bringing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at how young Joe looks today. It is crazy.
Oh, baby.
There is
Okay, guys.
Yes, go give us a couple stories.
I'm
And
gonna-
Pat, don't forget you got some stuff you want to talk about with
Yeah, mine's a quick thing, so whenever we're ready for it.
So, shaved the beard last night.
You look great.
Yeah, I was just tired of it. I was tired of having to maintain it and trim
Yeah,
it
okay,
and
that
stuff
totally
like
makes sense. That's sometimes with Chris, I wonder about that.
So I trimmed it.
No.
Sarah, I trimmed it after Sarah went to bed. So Sarah went to bed.
So then when she woke up in the middle of the
So is
night,
this
saw
like-
you clean shaven
this
and
like-
thought that somebody
was
else
this
was
like
in the
what,
bed
like-
and
is
not
this
you,
like
she
8
punched
PM?
you in the face?
8:15, 8:30. We're talking.
Yeah. About 9:15.
Poor Sarah.
So I go to bed. I did. I played. Did the game.
Oh, every guy does it.
Trimmed it. Did
Yeah.
a couple different hairstyles.
Mutton chops.
Had your fun. Exactly. Went to go wake Sarah up
Moustache.
at one point and just go, hey, what do you think of this? And
Handlebars.
she's like, and just grown, turned over.
That's
so
hilarious.
then I go to bed. I've now trimmed my entire beard off. Wake up this morning. Sarah's like, hey, come on, get up. We gotta do stuff. And my head was just like in the pillow or away from the wall or away from the door. So I was like, I'm getting up. And she looks at you. Ah! I go, what? She goes, you took it all off. I go, oh, yeah, I did. She goes, ugh. And I go, oh, you don't like it? She goes, I like you with a beard. I don't like clean shaven Joe. I go, you remember that time you got that awful haircut and I was really sad and it took you this long for it to get back to normal? You just got to give me like a week and I'll at least have a decent 5 o'clock shadow going on. So there'll be some scruff. But I also...
That's crazy. I love.
Oh, I got the buzz cut.
I got rid of the hair.
Holy Jesus.
On top. Now, there's a bit of an issue with this because I had all the hair up.
Bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Looks like a mohawk almost.
Yeah. So they couldn't, because my hair was high and tight all the way up to here. I look like I could be Adam Sandler's stunt double right now. I have the most egg-shaped head with this haircut, just being.
You're supposed to be young Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler today, that's for sure.
It is, yeah, true. But
I get what you're saying,
it is
yeah.
going to be an awkward couple of weeks before that's gone. And so I'm getting my haircut. I go to the barber. I show up and I go, hey, I kind of want this. And he goes, I'll be honest, with how high and tight it is here, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do with this that's not going to look a bit goofy for a while. And I was like, all right. So he goes, I'll leave a bit on top. In 2 weeks, come back. You don't have to pay for anything, but just go for it. Now I had already trimmed my beard. This was earlier in the day. He goes, how old are you? He goes 26, and I go, I'm 33. He goes, you're 33? I go, yep. He goes, how old do you think I am? Now this guy, he's got a nice beard.
You got to shoot him under at
beard.
this point. You got it. He's already giving you a compliment. You got to go real young.
I saw some gray.
19.
I saw some gray, so I said 35. He goes, and I could kind of see him.
I'm 27.
And he goes, I'm younger than you. And I go, listen, hey, the beard adds some age.
And he's like, remember that free haircut? No more free.
Yeah. So he goes, I'm 29. And I was like, oh, wow. I said, that beard. I go, you get rid of the beard, you're going to look young like me now. But that beard, it gives you a look. That makes you look like an adult.
You should have
compared
told
to
him.
this baby face.
You should have told him about that crap powder that Peter has us take, and it makes you look like you're 10 years younger because it tastes so bad.
What is...
Oh,
Oh,
I
this
see
is
the
that. Yes.
You know what's funny? Lauren today. So I grabbed mine in the morning, and I was bringing Lauren so she could have a scoop. And she takes it, and she's like, we were talking. She was making coffee, and then she was trying to have a conversation. I'm like, hey, I can't. Like, I showed her that it was on the. You put it on your tongue, and then you just let it dissolve naturally. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, and I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, oh, I just take it and swallow it. I'm like, I've told you like 7 times you put it on your tongue, you jackaloon. So then I'm like, here. So I tried to show her, and it was just, I'm like, all right, you're just done. Don't touch this anymore.
What's the difference between allowing it to dissolve?
Andrew Huberman said to do it this way.
Is that
so
okay?
That's it.
All right.
I think it does kind of say in the instruction. It says like you could take with or without food, but it's like let it dissolve under your tongue or something like that.
You know what actually it is? I'm sorry. I think it is it's slow dissolving. So then more of it stays with it. Instead of like, how like
something to do with the processing.
Yeah,
of it
when
all.
you take
Okay.
the vitamin, like you take a vitamin, you shoot it out in your stomach, and it disperses. But most of that gets shot out when you go to the washroom.
Yeah.
Where this takes a lot longer, more gets absorbed into your into your system.
And they tell you to put it under your tongue because it tastes like doo-doo.
Doo-doo. I don't know. I don't think it tastes that bad.
Yeah, you must not have taste buds then.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Last week we got compliment. Like when we were at the bar last week, wonderful time. We had Cubs game, so we could jump into this. But To jump off that, we'll get into that in a second. What is the haircut move? Like, what are you looking to do?
Something
Straight
short.
mullet, baby.
No, I could.
Oh, baby.
I mean, honestly, the last couple, like last week or two, I've been wearing a hat and it just comes out the back. It does. It did look like a mullet, for sure. But no, just something high and tight. You know, like
Chris
not
and Peter,
quite a buzz cut.
Chris and Peter live
You know-
vicariously through your hairstyle, so they want to know.
You know, like,
100%.
when Ryan Reynolds got done with the Deadpool movie and he had to shave his head for that, and so he had that like little stuff on top,
Little
something
poof?
like that. Little
poof?
just a little bit
Little
on top,
some.
but more squared off, so it doesn't look like my head is a fucking triangle. On the top.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You know, here's another nice thing. It's nice that I don't know if it's nice or not, but I don't think I would ever. Not that you were mean to Sarah about, but you were at least honest and said, "Hey, I don't like your haircut." I don't think I would say that to anybody. Like, I wouldn't tell you that I don't like your haircut. Like, I would just be like, "Okay, he got a haircut. I'm hoping he's happy with it. If he's not happy with it, I wouldn't want to put that like self-doubt into you, thinking, like, you know what I mean?"
Well,
Pierre doesn't want to say you look like a penis.
for women, I feel like it's a bit different, and the only reason I feel comfortable, like, I wouldn't say that to any other lady in the world.
Yeah.
But she's my wife, and we're good, and you know, I think even she, when she got that haircut, I remember coming in to the apartment and I'm opening the door. She goes, wait, I want to reveal it. But you could hear in her own voice that there was doubt there, and she jumps out and she's like, hey, what do you think? And I was like, you just couldn't hide it. She goes, you don't like it. I go, it's a bit shorter than I thought, based on the pictures you just showed me about 12 hours ago before you went to bed. That's significantly shorter. She goes, yeah, she took it up. And then the next day, even she said, I don't like it. And so then it became, now we can
talk about it.
Let's go back to the drawing board there, champ.
And I definitely,
Can we get extensions?
I had all
What's
the
this gonna cost me?
jokes. I had all the jokes ready for her, but I didn't want to do it right away. I definitely dropped them here on the podcast before I told her to her face.
Nice.
But
get a little.
you gotta
practice.
let the
You gotta get your 15 minutes in.
Listen, it burned. She was burned from it, you know. But you can't tell her all the funny things right away. You gotta let her accept it.
Slow burns.
And then but for guys, it's very different. Like, it's gonna take me 2-3, like, from a month from now, my hair will. I'll have something like decently normal looking.
I'm not gonna lie. I like, that's just the difference in. I like clean shave. I think clean shave always looks better. It was funny.
It does.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I look at the one podcast before the 15th. Even Lauren's mom made a comment to Lauren about like me having.
Pierre looks like garbage.
Pat's he's got the fall face. Mine is like. Winter's here, spring's here, I got a little bit of fall here. It's terrible. It's the worst looking beard ever. And then it's like almost see-through. When you look at that one podcast, I was like, this is not good.
When I came by and Sarah was with me, she goes, I've never seen Peter with so much hair on his face. And I go, oh, that's the end of tax season. Once the end of tax season, he's gonna just shave it all off.
Oh, immediately.
But she goes, I've never seen him like that. It really blew her mind.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. She's like, he wasn't that attractive.
No. I mean, in all
honesty,
she was very complimentary. She's like, I don't understand why he doesn't wear the scruff more. But I think at that point it was a lot more full and even than what you normally have to deal with as you grow it out.
Okay, so Joe, what do you? I like the lemon over the peach in this. Did you try the lemon, Chris?
No, I've only had the peach. I didn't really like the peach too much.
I like the lemon.
Chris, baby.
I like the lemon. As
I'm not really feeling this at all, to be honest with you.
The peach has a weird like.
Don't force it, then.
I'll have a little bit of the lemon, but I'm not going to drink much more of
Pass
this.
down whatever you want down. You know.
I mean, there's like a half can of peach still.
Okay, we got time over here.
Yeah, the lemon's a lot more delightful.
Yeah,
and
lemon's a lot more delightful.
The peach kind of hits you in the throat after.
So to go back to last week.
Last Saturday. Beautiful. Ice cold Cubs game. Miserable. Oh, it was terrific. I mean, me and Pat were huddled up together. Peter, for like the first 5 innings, decided to sit by himself and with the seat in between me and Pat, and then got real smart and sat at the end of the row
so bad
behind me and Pat and got the wind block.
It was tremendous. I got the 100 times. But here, Tom Papa said it best. Or no, I'm sorry, the comedian who opened for Tom Papa said it best. We got, in 14 hours, we got 4 seasons of weather.
100%.
We got sleet, we got hail, we got snow, we got rain, and then out of nowhere, for a good 20, ladies and gentlemen, for a good maybe 5 to 10 minutes, it felt like we were going to get a sunburn. It was the most ridiculous amount of weather. Like, you had no idea. If you were like trying to figure out what to wear for, it was insane.
I was in the car and my watch will tell me what the temperature is outside. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's 65 degrees right now.
Yeah.
65? What the hell? And then 30 minutes later, back to like 48. You're like,
and
what the fuck is going on? Yeah.
It's insane.
It was that was a truly Chicago day. Truly Chicago.
I had a beautiful pregame here. Wonderful time. Go to the Cubs game. Nice Joe drop us off. New stadium. Our seats, Joe. Now you have bathrooms upstairs. You don't even have to go downstairs at all.
That's right. They were doing all that construction.
They have the.
They are single use though, so it might be a little crowded at times.
It's not
single use, but
there's just not a.
They're the one upstairs above the sports book.
Yeah,
is like there are urinals and stalls in there.
Maybe I went in the wrong door.
You probably went to the women's washroom
or the family one.
Pat walked into a janitor class.
Where were these at? Because I went. Did you have to go up?
No, you go down the stairs, and you know where the sports book is? That little balcony area? You have to go all the way around, though. The first area is where the women's room, and I think the family bathroom.
That's where I went.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to go all the way around.
So you got to go down again.
Pat just dropped
not all the way
hot
down.
turkey into a family room. Thanks, buddy.
It was a men's room, first of all.
It was not the men's
It was
room.
a single use in and out.
You know what I think about? So I just watched. We'll get back to this. We're just gonna be all over the place today. It's a fun podcast. But I watched John Mulaney's.
I watched this too. I just watched it last night.
Garbage.
Okay? That's so interesting.
Garbage.
Sarah was laughing harder than I had ever seen, and I go, Sarah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't the greatest. I enjoyed it. I liked his other stuff more. This was definitely like. It was just his story through rehab.
Yeah, you know what the problem was for me and for Lauren too is I saw him on Theo Von and he said the whole story on there, and then Lauren saw him with Seth Meyers and he said the whole story there. So we both were like, all right, we all know.
No, you're right. I've seen this story. I know how it ends.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen either,
and there wasn't any there wasn't a whole ton of jokes. But also you know what I think my problem is right now is I'm jaded. We went and saw Tom Papa last Saturday. Tremendous.
I thought Tom Papa had his moments. There was other parts.
There were other times.
Yeah,
100%. But he was more for an older crowd.
Oh, very much so. You're right. Yes,
definitely. Yes. But there were times where he was hitting it. He was hitting bangers. But live comedies is just that's how you're supposed to enjoy live comedy.
Oh yeah.
I thought the guy before him also was kind of hit or miss. Like he had some
he had some decent bits.
He had some good bits, and then there was a couple that fell kind of flat.
But you got to give Tom a little bit of credit. He did just throw a special out, so his stuff. Is not as tight.
Very new and raw.
Yeah, I saw a special. He didn't overlap from a special.
Yeah, so But here's the other thing. And
he's also a pro too.
I want to say this about the concert last night.
I still thought it was a decent show.
No,
I mean,
great show, great. But Tom Papa's got a weird look to him. He kind of looks like the baby from what's the Incredibles? Like Jack. He with his hair in a little bit, like his head, and I just kept looking.
He's got a little tough hair.
He would remind me of. You ever see the movie Little Man with Damon Wayans?
Oh yeah.
It would be like Vin Diesel in that movie instead. That's what Tom Papa kind of reminded me of.
It was. I couldn't get out of it. And then last night.
Oh, I'll tell you who he also reminds me of a little bit with his voice. Andy Dick.
Really?
His voice, it kind of like when he was talking live, it kind of.
I don't know. I just think maybe more.
I could see like certain inflections in Tom Papa's. Yeah, I could
not
see
like
that.
In looks, but like just the sound of his voice.
It's almost like the melody of it. Yeah.
What'd you think, Pat?
I don't see the Andy. I don't have to listen to Andy Dick sounds like to know that.
Oh yeah, no, I could see that, Chris, for sure. I like to watch or see how Andy Dick's doing in life because his trajectory, like he was doing okay. He's done really bad. He's kind of came back. He was on Bobby Lee's podcast. Up here, he's starting to get better, and now he's literally homeless, like assaulting people.
To bring this
crazy.
back, I think that's what's going to happen with John Mulaney. If I'm being 100% honest.
As
I was watching this, I was laughing. I did enjoy it. Was it great? No, but I also think we're kind of spoiled with comedy now, and there is some great stuff out there, and it is saturated. And to really be at the top, you really have to be putting out incredible stuff. But he had relapsed multiple times. Like a lot of his early stand-up was how he was
An alcoholic
and a druggie, and then he got clean. I don't know if he went to rehab, but he definitely got clean and stopped. Got married, life was good, and then during COVID he relapsed, or somewhere around COVID he relapsed, and then he went to rehab again. And I'm like,
doesn't remember COVID like that whole time period at all.
Yep.
Wow.
And yeah.
He did a whole, because he talks about this in especially, did a whole article.
With GQ,
like a 7-page article.
A 7-page article, and he doesn't remember it.
He doesn't. Yep. He doesn't. He read a lot of it, and it was pretty insane. Like
once you
I
hear
didn't
the
know
context,
cocaine did that to you. Sorry to keep cutting you off, Joe,
No,
but I didn't know that cocaine made you black out. Like
he was on cocaine.
I think it was just cocaine. I mean, he talked about
Quaaludes.
No, not Clonopin. And
shit. What is
cocaine.
it? Joey Diaz talked about this on Joe Rogan about. It's the one that for anxiety.
Yeah, not
benzos.
Benzies,
and that's just the generic name is.
Yeah, I mean, he mentioned he threw off a list of like 5 or 6 that he had on him going into the intervention and then the rehab, and I was like, yeah, he had Adderall, cocaine, Claude, whatever.
Those are benzos.
That is benzos. Okay, and then he mentioned like 2 others.
Yeah, so he had a ton of prescription drugs, and then he had, when he was talking on Theo Von, he was talking about how he had mastered the perfect amount of high, like energy cocaine high, the benzos to like for the anxiety, Adderall for the focus. He said it was like the most perfect combination. The thing for him now is he's got to be, if he ever does jump back on, he's going to be super careful because fentanyl and cocaine is killing all these comedians.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting. I don't mean for this to sound dark, but given his like
trajectory,
his kind of pinball between sobriety and relapsing, I'm worried that something like that's going to happen. He's going to relapse, and then boom, you hear John Mulaney, Baby J, dead from like fentanyl overdose or something like that. You know,
the only thing that probably is saving him is the baby, potentially. But you never know. You're right. You're an addict. You're an addict. You have to fight on that sobriety.
Even that, like. I was like, wait, wasn't this guy married? He used to have jokes about his wife and all this stuff. Yeah. And then you read into that, and he got clean and then divorced, and she was completely sidewinded. And then, like, 2 months later, he was pregnant with Olivia Munn.
Yep.
So it was a very crazy, interesting thing. And he won't comment on it or discuss it directly. He put out a comment saying, I'm not going to talk about my relationship or this kid. I'm divorced. It's done. Move on. So who knows?
He did come out and talk about his squeaky clean image, how it was a prison. Like he couldn't be anything but that squeaky clean John Mulaney. And as soon as everybody found out that he was a coke addict,
not that.
And it snowballed. Like and then no one wants to like, it's tough. Like it's hard for him to now. Everybody's just like, who was John Mulaney when we knew him?
That was his whole opening bit. There was a kid in the audience, and he's talking to him. He's like, listen, you're in for a ride, because this is a very different show post-COVID and post my relapse here. You're going to hear some dark stuff, kid.
Yeah. And he told one story. We'll stop on the go see the special. There's a couple of good stories.
Baby J.
So going back to the Cubs game where Pat took a dookie.
There we go.
In the family bathroom.
I dislike that. It's a drink, Peter.
What's up?
I dislike doing that. It's a drink.
God damn it.
Nice. We had a great time at the Cubs game, even though they lost. It was cold. We left about the 8th inning. Went over to.
No, we left about like the 7th inning.
Like 7th.
Oh, that was
going to the bottom of the 7th. Top of 7th, we left. Yeah.
We weren't there.
Oh yeah, we missed.
They hit the home run.
We didn't hit the 7th inning stretch, did we?
Yeah, they went up 4-2, and we're like, it's too cold.
No, I think they went up 6-2.
6-2.
Did you guys? I have a couple questions about the game. One, did you notice the change in the speed of the game?
Oh
yes,
yeah,
it's faster.
100%.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
2,
at times there were times where it did kind of slow.
2, they've talked about drinking past 7th inning now with this change. Has that become a thing?
Not at Wrigley yet.
We weren't there long enough.
Wrigley's still 7th inning. So
are some stadiums doing that now?
Yeah, Milwaukee
does it.
Okay.
Yeah,
there are a handful right now, but there probably will be all of them at some point.
Okay, those are my questions.
So then we go. We go to the Wrigley bars. We have
Merkles.
We had pizza. Go to Tom Papa. Tom Papa was tremendous. Great time. Immediately get out of Tom Papa. jump in an Uber. Like it was like almost felt like a rock star. You go from this, you go from the Cubs game, you're going to pizza, you're going to Tom Papa, you're hopping in an Uber, heading out to Bub City to meet Joe. Bub City was phenomenal.
The Brian Hamilton fan band featuring Papa Hamilton.
Yeah, it was great. Go from there to Lottie's. Dance like there's nobody's business. I'm sure if we had a video of that, it had to been like a bunch of drunk idiots just like kind of like slopping around.
Dude,
it was ridiculous.
I came in. So just to mine is much shorter because I didn't do as much. So I dropped you guys off at the game, went home, got changed, went to Sarah's friend's birthday at 4:30. Now when I got there, it was
4:30, baby.
It was nothing but adults and babies, and I was like, oh man, this party's gonna be rough. This is gonna be hard. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get drunk and drink my ass off.
Jackpot!
Just sit in a corner. But then I was like, there's so many kids over here. Like I gotta kind of control myself.
Papa Joe, swing me.
Uncle Joe likes the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
kind of milking the beers, talking to some people. Some younger people start coming in. I didn't know the plan for this party, but eventually all the children left at like 6, and then all of her friends that were our age came in, and at that point I just started getting blasted. And when I got to you guys at Bub City, I mean, we know at the end of the night for me, but I was so far gone, I was like, these guys have to know I'm wasted. Like, I am so... It looked like we were all on that level. Like,
yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah. No chance.
I put Sarah in an Uber, and then I walked, I don't know, a little, maybe I was probably only like a mile away, but I walked into that bar, and I stared in Peter's eyes for so long during those songs, man.
I mean, I got the wrong.
Singing all the words.
I got in the incorrect Uber on the way home.
Oh yeah, that's a great story. Jesus.
No way.
I was a white SUV, and I was like, I didn't really feel like looking at it. I should have probably read the license plate fully.
Oh, this is fantastic. All right, we were all wasted. Yep.
So I was a white SUV. I go for Patrick, and I was as clear as in my mind. It was clear.
It's probably blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, come on, let's go. We gotta go.
And he's like, yes. And then I could have been that drunk because I recognized immediately we're going the wrong direction. So we got on the highway, and he's going south towards a loop, and I'm like, hey, buddy, where are you going? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't live this way.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, and he gets off at Division, right by the gas stations there. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, you got to get out. I'm like, okay. So mind you, I have like literally like 2% battery because unfortunately during the Cubs game, I had scanned the tickets in for all of us, and then I didn't turn the app off. So the tickets were blaring on my phone the whole time, just drained my battery through the whole Cubs game. And so I literally got in. I ordered another Uber, and it's like playing the race here. Like, will it die before I get in this Uber or not? and it canceled twice before I got a final car.
Of course it did.
And I'm like, if I don't get an actual ride with seeing with the vehicles beforehand, like I am totally. I was getting like I got to try to find a cab, or God's sakes, I got to take the blue line home, one of the two.
And we all know how that ended up last time.
You would have died.
Well, it would have been real bad because I could have called Katrina to come get me that one.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
So fortunately, I got in the Uber, and the phone died literally like 30 seconds later.
Good God. So we had a good night. I remember Pat saying, hey, and like none of us.
I thought you guys were going late night. That's why I didn't go. I thought you guys were going late night.
No, we were toying with Brian Hamilton because he was leaving at like 11:30 to go to New York. Yeah. We were toying with him, telling him we were going to go late night. And
I thought you guys were late, so that's why I got a different Uber than you guys because I thought you were going late. I'm like, I don't want to go late night.
We were also starving because for the first time ever, we got the right amount of pizzas. And so me and Chris are starving at the end of the night. Joe's always hungry. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We get to.
I'm not gonna lie, I could have had a little more pizza, but I was in a good spot.
I know you and Katrina were fighting over the last pizza. None of you asked like, hey, does anybody else want one? You both just grabbed the last 2 slices. Didn't ask anybody.
Looked to the people at the dead window of the store, be like, it's mine, bitch.
Yeah. And so we're leaving, so we go to a late night diner, tremendous place. It's actually not that great of food, but it is quick and easy.
It's great when you're
price
drunk and
wise.
hungry.
Where'd you guys go to?
The Big Apple or
Golden Apple.
Golden Apple.
Okay, so the one by the church over there.
Yeah, right by the church. We come in. Well, it's funny because I remember kept thinking throughout the night, I'm not that drunk. Like I should probably need a real shot if I'm going to get drunk tonight. And no, I was definitely pretty tipsy. And I remember getting to the restaurant. Mm-hmm. We order. Everybody orders immediately. We get the sample platter. We got it. Food comes in 5 minutes. Joe legitimately has a mozzarella stick.
Dude, I don't even think
Oh, you had
I don't
mine,
even
yeah.
know if I bit it. I opened up the ranch and I put the mozzarella stick to my mouth. I think I smelt it and the ranch. I don't know. It just hit me in that moment. And I put it down and I just went, ooh.
Yeah.
And Peter and Chris look and they go, uh-oh. And I go, I start doing that, like breathing.
Let's go outside, buddy.
And I was like, I'm gonna step outside. And Chris goes, there's an alley around the corner. Just keep going.
Yeah.
And it's not like the Chicago alley. It's like this. It's more just like a dent in the street, like thing. So I was like, if I throw up here, people on that corner can see me. So I was like, I'm just gonna stand out here for like five minutes or so. And then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna throw up. I'm trying to, but I think the fear of somebody seeing me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back inside. Maybe I'll go to the bathroom in there. And I sit down, and I think I said to you guys, like, I think I gotta go.
Oh no, we had already.
Oh, you guys, that's what happened.
Me and Chris smashed that sample player.
You guys boxed that shit up so quick.
We're like, hey, boxes!
Yeah.
And we're like, me and Chris is looking at me. He's like, oh no, I'm Chris. I'm like, I'm starving, Chris. We're killing the sample platter. It was charcoal in our mouth.
Joe, baby, your mozzarella stick's gonna all eaten.
Oh yeah.
Destroyed the sample platter. Boxed all our stuff. We go home. Chris is an absolute gem. I didn't eat any of that food, by the way.
Yeah, no, we didn't eat until like Monday.
Tuesday.
Neither did I.
Monday. I'm sorry.
It was my meal Sunday.
Oh, I actually did. I went to Chris's that night.
Yeah,
because we couldn't get the 3 spots. We got 2, so we dropped you off, and then I slept over at Chris's on that Saturday.
Yep.
I ended up getting home. Wasn't bad, didn't wake Sarah up. Did a good job there, but I definitely went to the bathroom and threw up. And then I was like, oh, great. Done. Don't remember anything. Sarah wakes me up. Apparently, I fell asleep on the bathroom floor. I just didn't want to get up. She goes, do you remember that? I go, yeah, I kind of do. Yeah.
Dog's just looking Joe's face.
I was just so comfortable and relieved once I threw up that spinning stopped and I was good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst feeling when the spins come. Forget it.
Put your foot in the ground, boys.
I got into bed and I just laid on my bed flat like this, and I was just like, same thing I was doing at the restaurant. 10 minutes, covers come off. I go to the bathroom, throw up, pass out, and then like 20 minutes later, Sarah, wakes me up,
Kicks you.
Kicks in the face.
Yeah, she's like, "Come to bed, come to bed." I was, no, this is
nah, I like it. It's where I live now.
When you're sick. Like actually sick, not from alcohol, but and you have to throw up, and there's nothing better than like the cold feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Against your hot
No,
body.
when you're hungover, cold shower, running outside in the cold, walking around in the cold.
Yep.
There's nothing better
because your body's just overheating.
Yes.
That was exactly
because you're fighting the inflammation. You're fighting
exactly what that was. I was like, this is comfortable. I finally feel normal.
Yep.
And I was ready to sleep there all night, but then Sarah ruined it, and I had to get into bed. And
the only nice part about Sunday was I wasn't hungover. I went to like some art fair with Lauren.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
I was up.
I was in Ravenswood.
Yep.
I had a great day. I had a great Sunday.
Yeah, I felt fine.
Yeah.
No hangover, probably because I threw it all up. But
that would be the main reason, probably.
Chris actually took care of me. We had a lot of drinks. We did the whole method to the madness.
I'm glad because all this week I've been thinking, oh, geez, I hope I wasn't silly and stupid and belligerent.
If you were, we all were.
Joe, we also day drink. So that's literally why I texted all you guys on Sunday. I was like, let's just throw the feelings out. Anybody mad? Anybody a little upset? Did anything happen that I should be?
No, the only thing that was pissing me off was the fact that Pierre was up at like 11:30 and just like, hey, you ready? Hey, you ready? No, leave me alone, asshole. I want to sleep.
Sorry, I just had a moment. Who were those ladies behind us that were talking to us at Bub City? There's like 6 girls.
There were some random people.
Do we know?
No,
I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember this?
It was just a random group.
Me and you were singing, and then 2 or 3 girls just started talking to me and you.
Yeah, it was just a random group, Joe.
What?
Just a random group.
Oh, okay. I can't remember what the context of the conversation was, but I just remember them talking.
Chris, do you remember that at all?
No, hell no. But I was like all over the.
Are you sure that wasn't? Because there was a couple people that were talking to us at Lottie's too.
There was some people at Lottie's that I remember, but I don't remember. But
I was trying to wingman for Chris. That didn't go well.
But I was also trying to. I was also trying to box out our spot at Bub City, considering that every single time we would like move or like someone would go do something, like 4 people would take the one person's spot.
I think I kind of now I'm starting to remember. They were not from Chicago, I don't think.
Is that what the okay? I remember, it was the only reason I remember is like me and you were singing the song or singing the words of the song and
really
jamming out. And then they started talking to us, and
they were like, "You guys really,
Dude,
really
how can anybody sing so badly?"
No, they were like, "You
guys are awful.
You guys really enjoy this stuff." And me and Joe were just having the time of our lives.
Now I remember those are the girls that were in front of me in line when I was coming in, that were from England. And we were talking in line, and then later,
Joe probably got his British accent. Like, I'm from England too.
Are you sure I was a part of this? Because I don't remember this at all.
I only remember that you were there because me and you were singing the shit out of the song. And when they first started talking to us, I was like, they're probably gonna say some shit about us singing. And of course they did. And then eventually we just turned back around and started enjoying.
And Pat Lynch didn't like that.
Well, we have good dental care here, bitches.
It's true. Healthcare is not the greatest there either. It sounds like.
No, not.
Okay, so wow, we've really gone off on some tangents. I'm thinking we're close to what, about 50 minutes here, Chris?
40, just over 45.
Okay, great. So I got two things that I wanted to kind of jump into. That's a great recap of last week's.
I do have one question for Peter.
Well, let's start.
Go first, Chris.
Let's go.
Mine's a simple question.
Go first, Chris.
I've been getting a lot of clips on my YouTube recently for Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like Ric Flair.
Yo, he was on there. I meant to watch that with you. I have not watched it.
Okay. I was wondering if that was real, if it was
old. No, he did. Yeah. He's got a lot of good clips out there.
I've seen one clip, and then I was like, I don't know if this is an old one, if it's real.
I watched him and Joey Diaz, and that it was a 2.5 hour podcast, and Joey Diaz wanted to go another. It could have gone forever, and Joe unfortunately had. And I was just like, man, I just want more of this.
I remember talking about Joey Diaz, and I saw the podcast, and I thought, I can't tell if he said it was good.
Oh,
and I should watch it, or if he said, I think it was two different parts of the conversation, because I think we talked about Joey Diaz's podcast that you said you don't like watching anymore unless he has a guest.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking now. Yeah.
No, but with him and Joe, dude, he talks about him getting off the Benzies. And how bad it was. It was almost as like he had a pretty bad time. His move, him in comedy, dude, it was great. There's a ton of stories. Like they talk about Joey Diaz's his book that he just came out with. Dude, it was really good.
Cocksuckers?
No, it's called crap. What is it called? It was something about a comedian.
Cocksuckers, read my book.
Cocksuckers. All right. Pat, please.
Pat,
come
on.
We got it real quick. So
No, don't make it quick.
It is quick. It'll be quick though. It's a little would you rather. So,
okay.
Recent draft pick of the now Tennessee Titans, Will Levis.
Oh,
he has some unusual things. First of all, he's absolutely deathly afraid of any dairy.
That's not true, he said.
Whatever. Anyways, so what he does is he drinks. So
way
to ruin it, Peter.
Sorry.
He's
not. They said don't believe
be the Pat Lynch of the
sorry,
story.
Sorry. I read this. Go ahead.
So which of these two items, which would you rather do? So he likes a little cup of Joe in the morning, but however, he doesn't drink it with milk. He takes mayonnaise in his coffee.
That sounds like the Peter McGraw special right there.
He's definitely afraid of mayonnaise. That's what I heard.
No, he's definitely afraid of dairy.
But is it mayonnaise and dairy? No, I guess not.
No.
It's
eggs and oil.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Or option two, he likes to eat bananas, but he eats it with the peel on. So if you had to choose one of those two, which option would you choose?
Banana with the peel.
I'd like to kill myself.
100%.
I'm also the banana with the peel because I don't like coffee, so that's the
I'm not a big coffee drinker.
So drink, by the way, I don't like coffee.
You add mayonnaise to that? Oh, Jesus.
Peter?
Does that even spread in the coffee?
It's a thick clump that she has.
Very different.
No, the mayonnaise would.
Peter sounds like a coffee and mayonnaise kind of guy.
Wait, okay. Here's a question.
Peter likes coffee and he likes mayo.
Do you like the Portillo's chocolate cake?
I don't think
I've never had it.
Yeah, I never had it.
You know what's in that?
Tons of mayonnaise in that. Yeah,
that would make the coffee much smoother.
There's mayonnaise in the chocolate shake.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, it's tons of mayonnaise.
I've never seen it. So I've never had it.
I don't know. I think if I had to do coffee with mayonnaise, I'd make real mayonnaise with eggs and oil. Like I'd mix it.
You make your own.
Just so that it's a little more approachable. I think you could kind of like.
You don't want the Miracle Whip in there or the Hellmann's.
Yeah.
I want to put the feeler out there that he literally came out because like a million things came out about him. He was definitely afraid of mayonnaise or something. And
dairy. He doesn't like dairy.
He's afraid of the dark, Peter. Did you not know that?
They put out don't believe everything you read in the internet. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
He beat Joe Rogan in a 3-round fight in the UFC. Did you not hear that?
Him and Chuck Norris are actually related.
I have a poster. I used to have a poster above my bed with the Chuck Norris facts. I used to love those.
That's awesome.
So which one did you go with, Peter?
He doesn't push. He doesn't push. Or no, I would do the coffee and the mayonnaise.
Chris, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing probably the banana peel one. I'd kill myself first, but I'd do the banana and the peel.
Does that mean you have to eat the stem?
Yep. You gotta eat it all.
Jesus. Can I just blend it?
Nope. Gotta eat it whole.
Right, yeah.
That's so weird. I wonder what that would. I mean,
there's no way he eats the stem.
I'm not sure he eats
It probably doesn't eat the stem.
I could see banana and skin, which I've heard some people do.
really?
I heard it carries no nutritional value, but it's one of those things that kind of like the apple and a couple other.
Maybe I'll try that one day.
A couple other pieces of food with the skin on it is healthy for you.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Fish.
Yeah.
That's where you get all the vitamins
That's
from the
all.
potato.
The inside is
It's
nothing,
garbage.
ladies and gentlemen. Everything is in the skin of the potato. Tell my uncle that once, and he doesn't care.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a good one. Thanks, Pat. I got one for you guys. So today, this is kind of just a random thought. So our second bathroom in our apartment, phantom flushes. So
I'll give you one after you're done with your story about some phantom stuff.
Patch is going in there.
Hey, I've seen Meet the Parents. That cat can flush toilet.
Okay, but it's
how does that happen?
It's a seal issue.
So it's just draining water until it gets so full, and then it drops. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then it needs more water. So, I don't really hear it that often. I guess I just don't pay attention enough. But it was driving Lauren up, and she's at the apartment all the time.
This is the flushing bothers her,
yeah.
Or is it the sound of water constantly running?
No, it's not constantly running. It's the flushing. It's the phantom flushing.
Okay.
So last week we went to Home Depot and we got the seal ring. And then today I'm doing a little bit of work at home, and I completely forgot about it.
This is the stuff in the tank, right? Like
just a seal at the bottom.
Got it.
And she's like, "You can change this, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I can change this." I'm not.
No idea if I can.
No idea. But as a man, I can't say.
Wait, are you saying the seal in the tank or the seal in the bottom of the toilet?
That's what I was. He's saying in the.
It's gotta be in the water.
No, it's not
the flapper then.
Yeah, Pierre's not taking the whole entire toilet off.
I'm not putting a wax ring.
Yeah, the flapper.
And the only reason we're not doing this is because our landlord likes little felt things on the end of furniture, which we probably should do. But we haven't done it, and we didn't want to have Joe come in and yell at us. So Lauren asked me if I could change it because she doesn't. She's tired of the
different Joe, not me.
The phantom flush.
Joe Keneally's a real ball buster.
Real ball buster. She's really tired of getting calls from Joe.
If I get one more scratch on that goddamn motherfucker.
And so.
As the cat's just clawing out a piece of wood.
All over the wood. Good God. Oh, she knows it. She like, oh, you don't want to get up?
Fuck your security deposit, Peter. Fuck your security deposit.
Nail comes down like.
Oh no, that's how she wakes me up. She'll come like this, Joe. All the way down. And then she'll start over.
God.
And I'm like, what are you doing? Pet me now.
Appa does that to Sarah. He'll come up after he wakes up and he'll just put his nose like right by Sarah's face. And I think, thank God I'm on the other side of this bed. Because if my dog, I mean, it is my dog, but if he did that to me, I'd be like, get the fuck out of my face.
Lizzie will do this like thing where she'll be far enough away so I can't smack her. Then she'll be like, so I launch. I have two pillows. I launch one of the pillows at her, and she like takes off.
So today when I'm doing a little work, I'm feeling real good. I got Nico Moon on the record player. I'm having a great time. And me and Chris are gonna go golfing. We text Pat. We're gonna have a good time. And she's like, "Hey, it's like 3 o'clock." She's like, "Hey, do you think you could change?" Because she's having a little party tonight. She doesn't want a phantom flush.
Doesn't want the phantom flush.
She don't explain anything. The apartment is insanely clean because Lauren's crazy.
Why don't you just turn the water off?
Could have done that too, but then they can't pee in that bathroom.
No, you can pee. You just can't flush after the first time.
Yeah, okay, Pat. They're women. So
she's the other bathroom.
So she asked me if I could do it, and I'm like, I did kind of forget about this. Sure, why don't we try this? In my head, I'm so nervous that I'm going to try this. The toilet's going to be broken. There's not going to be a toilet for these ladies.
Yeah.
But, so she gives me the package. I turn it over. I read it.
Reads the instructions like a champion.
Of course you got to read the instructions. First thing I did, I was like, I know what the first step is going to be. Turn off the water, flush the tank. I'm going to get ahead of the step, make myself look like, get some feel goods here.
Let her know.
It's the exact opposite of what you need to do.
No, that would have been hilarious. That was actually the first step. So I felt great. I'm like, I'm a step ahead of the game, baby. So I get in there. Step 2. Turn something, do something,
Yeah,
flip it up, do a backflip, jump in, you're good. And like
solve this equation. Solve for y and x. What?
do the Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah.
Do right square 9. I'm like 9.
Solve for pi to the 14th place. Wait.
Why? What kind of instructions are these? There's no pictures. There's nothing. I thought to myself, if this was 1999, I'd be SOL. 2005 SOL.
Yeah.
You know what a guy did?
He YouTubed it, baby.
YouTube.
You say you didn't call Pat Lynch, I know that.
YouTube the name of the freaking toilet. First thing comes up, replace the. It's a common thing. 10 years it dissolves. Watch it. 3-minute video. Watch it. Go in there. Knock it out like a champ. Took
like
me 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Perfect. 30 minutes later, Phantom Flush. But I got the new ring on it.
Still Phantom Flushing.
So it's
I
Phantom Flush.
I do think about that. Like,
Why I brought this up was, can you imagine our parents, like, unless you knew something, unless you had a little bit of skill or somebody in your family had kind of showed you a little bit of the ropes, how would you ever? That's a $150 plumber's call. It has to be, because you can't fix that.
It's gonna be $100 just to get them out there.
Yeah. Easily.
Not even parts and labor.
And he has to go get parts and come back.
You're either watching WTTW, Bob Vila's This Old House,
Asking him
every single day,
and taping
hoping,
everything. Yeah.
hoping. Yeah,
Labeling,
you're programming
Yes,
that
and labeling-
VCR
yes.
to take the video so that you're like, I hope he does something with toilets.
Yeah.
Maybe he just disassembles and reassembles an entire
Bob, baby,
toilet
toilet
today.
time.
Yeah,
Sending an email or calling.
Yeah,
Sending
come on.
letters.
Come on, bro. This is plumbing. This is the plumbing hour now.
Hey, Bob, it's Peter again. Yeah, toilet time, please.
My dad had one of those back in the day. This is like at the turn of this is like when AOL is a thing, right? But my dad got a DVD. This is before like internet was a huge thing. He got a DVD of some episode of This Old House on how to fix this major thing. And he's like, if it weren't for this, I would have never known how to fix this. It would have cost me tens of thousands of dollars. But he held on to this thing for years. I don't even know how he found it.
Yeah.
That reminds me of, like, I bought one when I first got out of college. I bought an Excel kind of thing. It was like literally like a DVD, like videos of Excel. You could look up for it, like what you wanted to do, and you'd watch a video on like a DVD version. Like instead of like now it's like
how to do
YouTube.
a VLOOKUP.
Yeah, basically it was basically
like
it was like that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
but it was like it helped me like in my first part of like career.
I literally, I'm like, me and Lauren were like so giddy, so happy with ourselves. She was in there, her hands are in there, we're getting everything going. And it was like maybe a 10-minute thing. When I was like, this is a great topic for the podcast. How lucky we are that at our fingertips, we can learn any type of skill.
Absolutely.
It's kind of nice.
It's insane.
I'll give you the Phantom thing that's happening.
Yeah.
Last Sunday, after I hang out with Peter, work out.
Phantom girlfriend.
No, yeah.
Ouch.
Low blow.
Poor Chris is
They just getting railed.
That was me.
In the last 2 hours.
I couldn't pass it up. I'm sorry.
I go to the parents' house last Sunday. I go in. I'm like, man, I'm a little hungry. Maybe they got some food to snack on. I'm walking around. They got no snacks. I'm like, maybe they made dinner. Maybe there's something in the microwave. Open the microwave door. Guess what happens?
Microwave door falls off.
No.
handle.
Huh?
The handle fell off.
No.
Oh, no, sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Microwave turns on. Literally just turns on the plate inside.
The plate starts
Doors
doors open.
Door open.
Are super
Mine like beats me if I like don't like
Chris has
open the door and
cancer.
like
You have
cancel on
cancer.
it.
No. So I'm like, wait, that can't be right. So I close the door. I'm like, I'll give it a 5 second here. I must be imagining this. Open the door. Same thing happens. Light turns on. Plate starts spinning. I'm like, okay, this cannot be safe or reasonable. I close. I'm like, I go past. Nobody's seen me in the house yet. Nobody knows that I'm there. I walk past. I go to mom.
Walks right out.
I go to my parents. I'm like, I don't want to ruin your Sunday here, but I think your microwave's broken. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, it's broken. And they're like, oh, you mean if you open it, like it turns on? I'm like, yeah, that shouldn't happen, Coach. That's not natural. We're getting radiation in here. I'm getting cancer. They're like, no, it's fine. It's perfect. It still works. It runs. I'm like, that's what? What?
You turn into Indiana Jones in that moment. You're like,
Where's my fridge? Where's the lead fridge for me?
like, where's Spunky? I'm going to grab her and we're getting the hell out of here.
We're done.
Yeah.
Do we need to buy them a microwave? With the
Big Mike starts getting a third arm growing.
I have no idea. I'm going to go back there tomorrow when I pick up Pepsi and see if it's still broken. If it
Is this why Pepsi's face looks so red?
It could be. Yeah. Radiation poisoning coming out. He could be opening it up like
because he'd be too dumb to walk away. We'd just be like, radiation in his face.
He's like, it's great. The food's cooking. The food's cooking. I can smell it.
It'd be like at the end of Coneheads where Chris Farley gets his picture taken for prom, and his face turns all like checkered. Yeah.
So now Pepsi's face has been explained.
Yes. You know what you got to do?
Just break it.
No, go to YouTube. Find out how to fix it.
I don't plan on doing that.
No, that sounds so complicated.
Microwave on the fritz.
Okay, well, on this beautiful podcast, I have two things. One's kind of like, I you know what? The world is crazy to me, and it annoys me. The quarterback that Pat talked about, the poor guy was.
What's his name?
Levis, right?
Will Levis.
Will Levis.
Is he a new guy?
No, yeah, he was supposed to be.
Yep.
He was supposed to be drafted in the first 10 picks. Unfortunately, so he got invited to the draft.
You got the Aaron Rodgers treatment.
He did not get drafted. He waited all 29 picks.
Wow.
They didn't. They couldn't stop talking about
31 picks, but yeah.
Sorry, but is it 31?
There's 32. Yes, there's 32 NFL teams, but the Dolphins didn't have a first round pick.
Yeah. So 31 picks. All they could talk about was his two sisters and his hot girlfriend.
Well, after 30 picks in 3 hours, you're running out of topics, right?
31 new NFL drafted players. What are we talking about?
His
hot
sisters
girlfriend
attractive?
and his two hot.
Well, they kept showing him every 10 seconds. You got to talk about something, right?
They just annoyed the crap out of me. It's like, all right, come on. Like, this is what we're going to talk about.
She was very attractive.
They should have talked about his fear of dairy and his mayonnaise and coffee liking.
Exactly. Okay.
And how he's just a weirdo.
Yet he has a very hot.
Okay.
She was expecting to get a first rounder. She's done now.
Oh yeah, she's out.
Did she leave him?
Yeah, she had to.
Oh, probably.
You had to.
That happened to a guy last year, 2 years ago, didn't it?
They all went back to Kentucky after the first round.
Like some guy was dating some girl, he didn't get drafted, and she dumped him.
Possible, Joe. Very possible.
I can't.
I don't remember.
Sounds reasonable. All right.
Yeah.
To call back to Pat talking about AOL. My dad used to. Because me and Chris were always on AOL, we'd always be on the chat rooms talking, having fun.
Getting to catch a predator?
Yeah, trying to catch. We were Chris Hansen before Chris Hansen was Chris 100%. Hansen.
And my dad would randomly, at every 15 minutes, would check the phone and be like, dude, who's on AOL? Get off the internet! And no one ever called my house. No one ever called my house.
No, nobody still gets calling this house.
No.
I don't know why they have a landline.
I can see Big Mike doing that. That'd be so good.
And me and Chris would be like, why? Wait, what? Why?
So good.
Who?
Somebody's going to call us. What if somebody's going to call us? What if I have to make a call? Then we'll get... No one ever calls? When was the last time somebody called here? He's like, just get off the internet. Every 15 minutes. Call back to Chris's apartment today. We had a beautiful run outside in the rain, cold. Chris, we go to this Polish bakery, get a couple paczkis. Chris says, hey, I'm going to make you a nice cup of coffee. I'm going to have a nice cup of tea. We get there. Chris plugs in his Keurig, says, no water. Tons of water in the thing. Okay, we'll refill it. Chris refills it. Blows up. It smells like it's a little bit on fire. Doesn't work. Not once did he get to use it.
I didn't get to use it once. Didn't get to use it once.
Wait, how long have you had this thing?
Since Christmas.
Wow.
And it short fused, and so Keurig, you're making garbage products. And I don't ever want
jerks.
You should send my guy a new one. Let's just be honest.
All I wanted was a nice glass of tea.
Single-serve Keurigs suck. I'm saying it now.
They ruined the
I
environment.
got one upstairs.
Oh, do you?
They ruined the
Trini
environment.
uses it, yeah.
Nice.
I think the guy
Well, it must be nice to have one that works.
the guy.
I'll let Katrina know that's
What's
how
it like,
she is.
Pat? What's it like on your
Fantasy Island over
yeah.
here, where everything works perfectly.
Jeez.
I mean,
Although these peasants, when I want a hot cup of coffee, I get myself a hot cup of coffee.
your
I mean, I had to drive myself to my parents' house, open their microwave to put my cup of hot water there to heat it up.
Maybe your radiation blew up the machine.
Pat's not getting scratched in the morning by his cat, and he's able to have coffee. Listen, this son of a bitch.
Today was a good day, baby.
This damn world.
Today was a good day. And on that beautiful note, Chris, get me out of here, baby.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Please, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and throw us a comment. For the love of Pete. Joe's
Just cut his hair to get more comments.
Joe's story, Dad's story, I put as a clip last week. Guess how many views it got?
None.
Oh, it's up there.
I think it's at 500 right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a 2-minute
clip
video, and it's gotten 500 views.
Oh,
it was tremendous. This is Whitey Tidy story.
Oh, nice.
Hold on. I got the bit, and then you can say bye. I cut my hair, I cut my beard, I shaved my back and my pubes. This is the most hairless I've been in years.
And on that note,
that's a lot of information.
And on that note, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.